It's Positively Muskegon today. Andy O'Reilly over on Getty Street. I've got Ron Zok, who we're going to get talking to here in a second. This troublemaker on the end here is his son, Ryan. How long have I known you, Ryan? It's got to be 50 years or so.
It's 7 years.
7 years? Is it really that long? Wow, time flies. This guy, I see Ryan at hockey. I knew him from No More Sidelines. And you guys have got a remarkable business going here in Muskegon. And it has to do with Ryan because, what is it, ALS with Ryan?
Ryan has cerebral palsy.
CP, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You forget, you get to know these kids over the years at No More Sidelines and things like that, and you kind of forget what ails them. They're just the kids. So
that's right.
So it's
right.
CP, okay.
Yeah. And it really don't matter. It's just another one of your guys.
Just another one of my guys. I mean, he gives me more grief at hockey games than anybody else, man.
You give Andy grief. A little bit.
So tell me about this now. With the CP, Ryan's clearly in a chair.
Ryan was born with cerebral palsy, and over the years, he's always had a wheelchair.
Yep.
From age 2 up. And over the course of all the years, I've helped him with equipment and repairs, and also helped some of his friends and teammates with repairs, keeping their chairs going, and now it's kind of led out into a community effort. Ryan here is pretty much the founder and brainchild of the Wheelchair Barn.
Okay, and that's right here on Getty Street.
That's correct.
And it's kind of inconspicuous too. You drive by it and you wouldn't know exactly what it was about, but it's this little red barn right on Getty Street, and this is where the work goes on for wheelchairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you're our first real exposure as the Wheelchair Barn, so nobody is aware of it yet.
And I want to get to that too, because this Wheelchair Barn is not only an amazing thing for the people that you help, but it's also pretty indicative of who you guys are, and that's a pretty humble couple of dudes that take life as it comes. I think you realize the blessings that are in life, and you share them with people. So let's talk about the Wheelchair Barn. How did this come about?
Well, like I say, this guy here is the reason it was created, and he's the founder. He said he'll be the founder and the PR guy.
Also, I'm in a wheelchair business. I have
cerebral palsy.
So that's where we started this whole thing. Now, like I say, the whole idea, the mission behind the Wheelchair Barn is to help people that find themselves without a wheelchair or a scooter,
mobility device,
a mobility for any reason. If there's a chair breaks down, or I've helped people that had chairs stolen, whatever that may be, where they don't have a chair until insurance covers it or the repairs are done, we fill in, and we do that either by donation or loan or payment program. We have several. We work with people, whatever they need to do.
Whatever they need to do, but it really doesn't come down to money first. It comes down to extending what you guys believe and stand for, and making sure others have that opportunity as well.
Right. We provide the chair, and then the rest falls into place. And that's, we're seeking, the Wheelchair Barn is currently seeking its 503c nonprofit status. People do donate right now to help.
Yeah. And where do they come from? I mean, the chairs. I mean, we got a few of them in here. You got one up on the bench. You got a couple here waiting. One that we're going to deliver, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Where it's going to be part 2. This is the first 2-part story we've ever done.
Right.
So where do they come from?
Well, people, see, here's the other thing, Andy. I had a belief that there was a need in the community for this type of service, and lo and behold, there certainly is. And as people do here, through word of mouth, I get calls. I'm now networking with some of the local agencies here in town, and they will call and they say, hey, so-and-so has a chair to donate, or this equipment or that, and I get people calling with the need. So it's, by gravity, it's just taken off on its own.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
how
it's a blessing. It really is.
A little thing, a little nice gesture starts, and it starts to snowball into. And we see it with different organizations all around, like including No More Sidelines. Where I first got to know you guys.
Yeah.
Starts off in a garage, and the next thing you know, you got a little place, and the next, before you know it, it's huge. How many have you done so far, chairs for people?
I would say right around a dozen chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Manual chairs, wheelchairs, scooters.
and when it comes down to repairing these things, is it just basic knowledge, or do you have to get on YouTube and get a cheat once in a while? I have to do that still with a lot of stuff I do.
That's right, Andy. It's actually a little of both, and I'll tell you, in our line of work, we're dealing with used equipment,
Yeah.
and so by being fortunate enough, the people that are donating are batteries are my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Okay, 90% of my problem with these chairs come in are batteries. Batteries are very expensive, and that's kind of a tipping point when someone has a chair that's no longer under warranty or no longer under insurance to replace batteries. It's a $300 bill.
Is it?
That's kind of a tipping point to where I'll donate it. And then also, there's a lot of people out there with a big heart that just want to play it forward, to the next person. And that's how I get these chairs, because I know the people, they know I can get them to the people, they donate. Some of them are perfectly good working chairs.
Yeah. And you find a new home for them and keep people mobile.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to go on a delivery today. What do you want to tell me in advance of our visit?
I got a message from this new customer a couple days ago, and we were sitting right here, Ryan and myself and a few other people that are connected with the wheelchair barn, and this message came in, and it was a message that put our mission all into perspective. A person needs a chair, will not see a chair for probably another year, and it's an end of life story. They've only got a few years to live, and we need to provide them with
I can't.
a chair.
Chance.
We need to get them a chair and a chance.
That's right.
And so that's what we're all about.
Always
Yeah.
Power chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to do. They contacted me and said, hey, can you help us with a chair? We don't know of anybody to go to. We don't know who to ask. And I said, you got the right guy. When do you want your chair?
And here
We're
we go.
on our way.
We're on our way.
Yep.
We'll see you for part 2 in just a couple of minutes. We're back for part number 2. We are at Blair Alaska's house here in a little north of Twin Lake. Jody is over on the far side over there, and this is a pretty big day for you, Blair. There's a secret club that Blair and I are in, which will remain secret because it's anonymous, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody doesn't know my story. But we've met before, apparently. I can't say as I remember it, but here we are again today. We're at your house, and you have got a brand new chair from Ron and Ryan at the wheelchair barn. Tell me, let's start off by what's your condition and what's gotten you to where you need this chair.
I started 2011. I had my second back injury as a professional mover, 20 plus years
Yeah.
long now, and it ended my career. And eventually I started getting cramping and loss of strength in my hands,
Yeah.
my legs. And a year ago they diagnosed me with Lou Gehrig's,
Lou Gehrig's disease, okay.
ALS.
Pretty tough diagnosis to hear, to say the least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it takes away everything that you've done. I mean, you had an active life. You like to fish. You like to get out in the wilderness. You drove the truck for all those years, doing the moving and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And now life throws you a curveball.
I loved what I did. I
Sure.
loved the physical aspect of my job as well as the service part of, it's moving is such a stressful time. To be able to take great care with people's belongings
Sure.
and
It's an
take
important deal.
that burden off their mind. And I loved what I did. I was looking forward to another 20 years. I loved to go to work. I didn't despise it.
Sure.
So to
That's the key for me with what I do, is that I know that there are people out there every day that go to work because they have to go to work and they hate their job, but they have to do it. But if you find something you love and you do, and it's so satisfying on every level, That's the important thing. So yeah.
So basically, to slowly become crippled and losing my voice, my speech, everything.
Slow.
Becoming trapped in my own house and eventually my body.
Sucks.
It just becomes like a prison cell.
Yeah. Now you've got a chair. Ron and Ryan gave me a hand here with this motorized chair from the wheelchair barn. What's this going to do for you?
Oh, jeez. I mean, just to be able to go.
Ryan's right off camera. He knows what it's going to do for you. He's like, wait till you see.
The difference of being able to say, I can go to the store and grocery shop with my wife because I don't have to worry about getting overly tired or anything walking.
Yeah. How old a guy are you?
46.
46. We're the same age. Unbelievable to think that, we're...
And you weigh about the same, too.
She pointed that right out. Ouch. Did you get that one from Ryan?
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit more. You want a couple 100 pounds, you can have them. I'll even write up. I'd be happy to give you
He's
half
all
of
of
them.
108.
Is that what it's at? 108? Jody, what's your role? Talk about,
What's my role?
when the diagnosis came along and...
Yeah, it was real startling. We were thinking that it was due to his neck that was causing the hand.
Yeah.
And so we went to the neurologist on the advice from the surgeon and had no idea it was coming.
Yeah.
So what is my role now? To give Blair, the best life he can have. And what the chair means to me is, as his body is failing him, he's going to lose all kinds of physical activity.
Sure.
But the one thing he's not going to lose is his spirit and his mind.
Yep.
That stays intact.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yep.
And I want to give him a life where he can still enjoy the beauty of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He can go out in the world. He can experience it and let that influence that his spirit and his mind.
Just being normal.
I don't want his spirit and his mind to be stuck in the recliner.
Sure. Is that okay with you? I mean, because I like the recliner. Me and my wife, we go back and forth, round and round about getting me out of the recliner. But I can imagine you see it through different eyes.
We lived our first 2 years in this house with no TV the first couple months, and we just got dish in November, so we were like in that whole out in the woods, off the grid lifestyle.
Yeah, where it's at. Yeah, right. Talk a little bit about, now you're a fisherman, I understand.
Yeah.
This will help you because there's a lake not too far from here.
Yeah, I can get down to the lake.
And we're kind of looking at, you need a ramp down over that way too? Would that help?
To get out of the house.
Yeah, to get out of the house. I mean, you could use a ramp on the house for one, for sure.
Yeah,
so we need that. So if you're out there listening and you do these kind of things, he needs a ramp. And then maybe over by the lake too to help you get out into the boat.
Well, we can't put anything affixed down there.
Oh no!
I got a little canoe and a rowboat.
Well, fair enough. We'll get you in that one way or another.
It's a walk-in easement that I leave them down there.
Yeah.
But to just get down there to it is, it's a short walk, but
short ride now.
When walking 10 feet on a flat surface is a challenge. Walking down a hill or up a gravel hill for a city block, you can imagine.
Can't do it. It's crazy, man.
I haven't been fishing since middle of last summer.
Is that right?
Last trip down, I had to stop several times.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you're making do with what you got, and that's the important thing, is that you keep on. You got a little bit of a help here from the wheelchair barn.
Actually, it was fishing that really made him go to the doctor and make him pay attention to his hand, because it got to the point where he couldn't worm his hook.
Put the bait on the hook.
And that was it.
And then that means you're coming.
That was,
and girls don't like worms, right?
No, that means he wanted the doctor. He wanted answers.
Right.
Like, I can't worm my hook. So.
Yeah. What's an incredible
going on.
story. Now you got a little mobility here. We'll get you a ramp put on the front of the house. What would you, to people out there that may face this, and I'll come back to you because we've done a little bit at the club and all that kind of stuff. To people that face this challenge, what's your first piece of advice?
Not to give up.
Yeah.
You know, I battled that alcohol addiction my whole life since I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the diagnosis, I had to ask myself, you know, what do I do now? And where do I go from here? And I did. I asked, do I drink? Do I even want to? And about a year or so before that, I had a conversation with another person in the program whose sister got diagnosed with cancer, and they did choose to go back and use. And
Doesn't help
no,
matters.
I didn't want it.
Good.
It will take everything that I've got in my life away today, except this disease.
Yep.
Strength.
Why mean what the program taught me is why not me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't confuse life with God.
Nope.
God allows life to happen to us. It's how we choose to live with what happens to us.
Looks like you're doing pretty good.
It's a struggle.
Sure.
There's a lot of dark days, but God and good people and a good way of living that I have today.
Good. So it sticks. That AA business. You can face anything.
Now you have a chair there.
Now you got a chair, Ryan, saying too. So good stuff going on. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk today. I know it's an overwhelming day. I know before we came on, you said it's a bittersweet feeling to get this chair. But I think in time, and from what I've seen with these guys and everything else, I think in time that bitterness is going to go away, and the sweet stuff will be there, and it'll make things a little easier
Well,
for you
I'm
guys.
already seeing myself maybe realistically making it to my goal this year of seeing the Red Wings play at the Joe. I've never been to a game,
You haven't.
and I'd like to see the one at the Joe and then catch a game at the new stadium
new joint,
next
huh?
year.
I know a person or two. We'll see what we can do about
Yeah,
that.
we have some friends in common there that
Yeah.
that family.
Thank
Number
you
8.
guys. Yeah. I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes today.
Well, thank
We
you.
appreciate this more than anything.
Great people, Ron and Ryan Zok, making sure that you guys got some mobility here and a little bit easier path. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
It's always good to give back.
We're back from our visit. We're back at the Wheelchair Barn on Getty Street in Muskegon. Andy, Ron, Ryan, all here talking about the Wheelchair Barn. What an experience to deliver a chair today like that. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that really is uplifting
Yeah.
when you can bring something like that and enhance the quality of somebody's life through power mobility.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
People are going to want to know how to help. How do they, what's he?
What?
Well, what they can do is to help the Wheelchair Barn is donate funds or money. We do all kinds of help with repairing the chairs, buying the batteries, buying whatever necessary parts, donating chairs.
Yeah, big deal.
So yeah, this is a community effort here.
Got a phone number they can get a hold of you at?
Yeah, I can be contacted at area code 231-730-1647 and ask for Ron.
Very good.
Yeah.
Ryan, Ron, it's been a great day. Thank you for taking me along and showing me what goes on with this work you're doing. I've said it before, you're never going to find better people anywhere than in Muskegon, and to know that you guys are doing this at such a grassroots level to take care of others who have mobility issues like Ryan here does. Look at that grin on his face. He's like, yeah, I got the world.
He's a PR guy.
I know he is. That's why the smiles are always there. The number's right there again. Thanks, Ron and Ryan, for doing everything you do for the Wheelchair Barn. If you want more information, you can always email me too if you need more information about Ron and Ryan and the Wheelchair Barn here in Muskegon.